Coach, it's always great to see you, especially after a big win over Auburn down at Jordan-Hare and taking on. I mean, you just keep drawing the crowd. You had Alabama, you went to Auburn. Now because of you, game day's following you to Nashville.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with us. It's all about Diego and the program Clark's built, which is a testament to them. He's done a tremendous job, and Diego's a heck of a player. I learned my lesson though when Alabama was here. I didn't make it to your show on Friday, and we got beat. So I darn sure knew I needed to get on here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, we got there and we heard that. We understand you had a personal thing come up, but I'm like going, man, I remember the good old days when Coach was trying to get some motivation going. But you've had still a pretty good season. I know one loss, but let's talk about where you think your team is right now as they head into Nashville for an epic game.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think our defense is playing pretty well. I think our special teams had probably its best game overall as a unit. But right now, offensively, we're just not clicking the way we were the first 5 weeks. And we really have to find that rhythm. Obviously, we've played the best two defenses that we've faced so far. But, from a quarterback taking care of the football, from our run game getting going to be his friend, we just haven't been able to do that. So, really challenged our coaching staff this week that we got to put together a better plan for our guys. And we're going to need it. They're a team that limits the possessions that you have offensively, and we're going to have to maximize the chances that we have on offense, and we're going to have to score some points.
Yeah, I realize your obligation is Missouri, but I am curious about you. You alluded to Pavia and of course Clark Lee. This is a program that a lot of people simply have not taken seriously. But what do you see when you look at them on film and just knowing Clark Lee like you do that has enabled him to build what he has going right now in Nashville?
Yeah, I mean, I'll rewind back to SEC media days when somebody asked me about our road schedule and left off Vanderbilt, and I initially, or immediately went back right at him and said, "You're not remembering that we play at Vanderbilt and Diego Pavia and Clark Lee." I have a lot of respect for the way Clark's built this program. It reminds me a lot of the way we kind of did it. Took some roots in his first couple of seasons and then infused it with transfers who were older. You look, he's got, I think, 75% of his roster right now is seniors or grad transfer players. And he's built it with guys who've been there for a while. And then he's added pieces like Diego Pavia and Eli Stowers. He's been very succinct in the type of program that he wants to build. And I've got a lot of respect for him and the way he's done it. And, it's going to be a very challenging atmosphere. It's going to be a very challenging game, just the way they play it, the style they play it, the energy that they're going to have, hosting game day for the first time. So for our football team, we got to remember the same thing that we remembered last week. The game is played between the lines. We have to focus on the execution between the lines and not let any of the outside noise affect us. And then we're going to have to battle. It's going to be a 4-quarter battle. You look at 3 of the last 4 games that we've played against Coach Clark's team. It's been a 1-possession game in the fourth quarter, and we've had to find a way to win those games. And that's really what's going to happen in this game is my belief.
Coach, I was being interviewed by somebody this morning, and he just said, "Well, do you believe in Vanderbilt?" And I said, "Yes." I said, the reason I bring that up is that it's happened to a lot of programs, your program in particular, and I don't understand what it means for players who maybe feel disrespected, who don't get enough credit, but it always feels like a little bit of your program isn't quite getting the respect that, frankly, you folks have earned over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the human nature of disappointments over the past whatever history of our programs. But the reality of it is, it's about being right here, right now. And I honestly, I think both programs in this game use that as kind of a chip on their shoulder mentality, a something to prove mentality for us. That we're always going to have naysayers, and for whatever reason, people don't believe in what we can accomplish. But that doesn't affect us. What affects us is our ability to prepare. We know we have talented football players on this football team. I mean, look at Josiah Trotter, Zion Young, Damon Wilson. Look at Ahmad Hardy, Kevin Coleman, Bo Prabula, Caden Green, Keegan Trost is the highest rated or graded offensive lineman in the SEC. I mean, we got really good players, and it's about just going to prove it consistently. I think the reality of it is for us is we don't need to talk about it. We just need to be about it.
This next question, I'm sure, is going to get a predictable response, and I'm not trying to be disruptive here, but I've interviewed a lot of coaches over the years who, when I ask a question like I'm about to ask, they say they're only focused on the game. And by the way, that's probably the right answer. But Coach, your name gets thrown around a lot, and my question is it distracting when you're trying to prepare and everybody's mentioning that you're going here and there?
It's probably no more distracting than trying to decide if you're going to run for United States Senate. I mean, there's a lot of different things out there that you just got to factor in. The reality is, for me, we addressed it as a team, we addressed it as a staff. Um, all that stuff is all fake right now. It's October 20, whatever. Like, the only thing that matters is us playing Vanderbilt. And we have an opportunity in front of us right now that doesn't come very often at the University of Missouri. And I'll be damned if I let distractions or outside noise or people try to influence that through social media, which, by the way, isn't real. Okay. There is no candidacy list. I don't care what's on 24/7. There is no people calling. What's really matters for us right now is having the best winning Wednesday practice that we can have to take advantage of the moment in time. This football team, these boosters, these fans, they put a whole lot for us to be focused on the right here, right now. And whether or not you run for Senate, that's up to you.
I tell you what, I'm supposed to be the expert in asking questions, and I'll have to see if I can recover from that. But I have to tell you, as somebody who has heard some great political answers, that was the most atypical political answer I've ever heard. That was actually full of emotion and truth, which is why I think you should consider public office, Coach.
I am, but I've got to get through beating Vandy first, and that's a heck of a task.
You want this, you got